Welcome back to episode 2. We've got lots of footage in this episode, which is both from Glasgow and Brazil. Well, if you've been in Glasgow since the new year, you'll have seen a number of posters which have been going up around the city. They're all about our new £50 acro deal, so you get 40 classes in the month for £50, which is an incredible bargain. The normal price for that is £100, so if you actually sign up for that before the end of January, you're getting a really good deal. And what I'd like to show you first of all is a video on one of those classes, which is our Circus Fitness class.
I'm Sam McFarlane, I'm a coach with the Rail Edge, and we've just finished our first Circus Fitness free taster. The class was amazing, we got some really good feedback and there was good numbers tonight, so hopeful. It was an hour session. We started with a circus skill just to get people a little bit in touch with circus a wee bit, because that's what it's about, Circus Fitness. After that we did a fitness challenge. And then from there, we gave a little break and then we led on into like a massive circuit. The circuit was really fun, everyone enjoyed it, and they all pushed themselves really hard, so it's good to see everyone working hard. This class is good because it's aimed at absolutely everyone. Each of the exercises we're given an easier option for the people who are a little bit new to it, but we're also given like really tough options as well for the people who want to test themselves. If you want to try out some circus skills and you don't think that you're a little bit nervous about it, it's a good way to ease you in. As well as if you don't have that much fitness, you can come along and improve it. Even if, and if you do have a serious amount of fitness, you can come along and you can build on that too. So if you want to book yourself onto a Circus Fitness class, you can go via the website and you can book onto the session there. Or you can just drop in, come down to the Brigade and pay your money and you can get into the class then.
One of the things that the Aerial Edge team have been doing over the last couple of weeks is doing a little bit more street performing. So let's catch up with them down on Argyle Street and Buchanan Street and see how they were getting on. So in December we had the kids show running at the Brigade, and we've got a short teaser video here. If you want to find all of the more in-depth footage, you'll find that on YouTube. But here's what went on and some of the highlights. as you can see from the scene behind me, I've had to travel somewhere slightly cooler this week, and I took the opportunity whilst I was here in New York to catch up with the lovely people at the Circus Warehouse. So, first of all, Suzi, could you tell me a little bit about the Circus Warehouse?
Thank you for asking. Circus Warehouse is a professional training facility for aspiring circus artists, and it's also a place for the athletically inclined to practice circus arts individually, flying, static trapeze, cerceau, silks, all the good stuff. So, but our main claim to fame is where the professionals come to either retrain and learn new acts, or the dancers and gymnasts come to train officially for the circus. We basically send them out with an act.
That's awesome. So could you then tell me a little bit about the training program that you run here for professional artists?
The training program has about 30 to 40 people in it when it's full. And they take a minimum of 10 hours a week of formal classes, and then they come in the rest of the time and work out on their own or work on acts. And they take everything. They take ballet, they do dynamic acrobatics, they do static, forms. They fly. We basically have them in the whole 8,000 square feet and 30-foot ceiling area. They're everywhere in every dimension.
So how long is the course itself?
It's open-ended. We're small enough where we make individualized courses for each student. And some people, have a year, of training that they need. Some people have 4 years. We are putting together an all-girl flying team at the moment, and that's taken quite a few years because they've learned it basically from the beginning.
Cool. So what's the smallest amount of time that people can come here for?
If somebody is a professional and we get along with them well and it feels like a good idea, they can even come for a month.
So I was quite privileged to come here for 3 months at the end of 2012, which I got a lot out of. How would someone typically go about applying for the program and getting onto it?
We have, you can go to www.circuswarehouse.com, and there's a PDF that you can download of what the intensive program is about, and we're just putting up an application online now. Usually it would say to write in to me or to Michelle, my partner in crime here, and that got copious because a lot of people would like to come here, and we have to, our process for getting people in is quite complicated. It's not, we actually have to really take a look at them and see if we can train them. It's not so much what they can do already, but if we think that we have something to offer them. And that they have something to offer us in return.
That's very good. Could you also then tell us a little bit of something about the teachers on the program?
The teachers are, without exception, very, very high level. They're either circus stars, we have Olympians, we have really the cream of the crop in teachers. That was the idea behind this school, was to have very few teachers who teach very many things, who can kind of teach for each other when needed. For example, a recreational flying school might have 40, 50 flying teachers. We have one, and somebody to change out with them and to teach the beginners, but basically we have one coach.
And who is that?
That is Miguel Cáceres, who is one of the great, probably arguably one of the top 4 or 5 flyers ever on this planet that we know of, and he did, broke all sorts of records, did triple and a half in the same show, went to Monte Carlo, was with Ringling, Big Apple. I mean, he's the man, and he's our sensei. I mean, he's like a Buddha to us.
And once people have completed the program, where do they go from there?
Well, our first flyer went right to Ringling, which made us look like geniuses, but it was the flyer that was the genius. And they've gone to major circuses. We have a few in dance companies like Momix and Zool Dance, which are more athletically inclined companies. We've had people in, there's a whole big long list. Circus Fusion, Cirque de la Mer, Cole Brothers Circus, Jordan World Circus, lots and lots of, there are an enormous number of circuses, especially around the U.S., that travel, and the Flying Pages, the Flying Cortez, Let's see, there are lots and lots. Those are the ones I can think of off the top of my free head.
So basically, once they've actually been through the program, there are lots of opportunities for professional circus artists then to gain work in circus.
Absolutely. People always ask about Cirque du Soleil, but they have their own training facilities, so that's not really our goal. We have a lot of teachers that come out of that system, but there are lots of circuses. There are lots of forms that use circus arts within theater, within dance. So people who come out of here with a great big bag of tricks and very well polished routines find work. Some of our students were in Pippin. One of our instructors was, and another girl that we trained in and out of our program was in that show, and that's Broadway. But they have, acrobatics and dance, and these were fantastic acrobatic dancers. So,
Suzi, that's great. Thank you.
You're so welcome. It's so nice to see you again.
Hi, I'm Jamie Lee on Aerial Edge TV, and I'm here to talk to you today about good posture, good spinal positioning. This is important in day-to-day life, not just aerial. It's something that's going to help prevent injury, give you good strong posture, strong core, and also make you look good. So when we're talking about this correct spine position, I'm talking about, first of all, when we're standing, our standing position for exercises on the ground. So we're looking to have the feet parallel and below the hip bones. Yeah. So for your hip distance, it is going from the hip bones here straight down, as opposed to thinking about, where the muscle is. We're going to tuck the pelvis slightly under. This part I'll come back to. We're going to tuck the ribs in and bring the shoulder blades back and down. So they're pulling in down the spine, like so. Yeah. The head is relaxed and the knees are relaxed.
I think I've done it.
Okay, so don't tense your neck. And don't lock your knees out, keep them relaxed. Okay. Going back to the hip position, so what we're looking here is a position called neutral spine, okay, which is a Pilates or exercise term, which is basically the natural position of the spine that's supported. So we don't want to be arched like this, and we don't want to tuck in so far like this. We want to have tucked in enough, but we've got a little curve in the lumbar spine, the bottom part of the spine there, and that's a natural position to stand in. So your abs are engaged, your core is working to support your spine, but we're not tucked right under either. Okay? It's worth pointing out that when we're doing aerial, when we're hanging, that the body position is different in order for the spine to be supported. So we want to be more tucked under for that, and that's what's called dish or hollow body. Yeah? So when we're hanging up here, we want to be tucked in here so that we can engage the shoulders and the core and protect the spine in that position. So now you know your neutral spine position, so please practice this at home, use a mirror, look at the position, and next time we'll look on at dish and hollow body position. And now for the Aerial Edge news from on high. So in the new year we launched a new Circus Fitness monthly subscription deal for £50. This deal is a monthly direct debit subscription which you can cancel at any time, and if you sign up before the 31st of January, the price is frozen at £50 a month. Classes included in the deal include handstands, acrobalance, acrobatics, circus fitness, hula hoop, movement vocabulary, flexibility, and teeterboard open training. Teeterboard open training is available on request to the office if you've done teeterboard classes before. For more information on the deal, just look at the website. Reminder that we've started 2 new classes in January. We've got hula hoop and movement vocabulary. Our reception is up and running at the Brigade, so if you've booked on or you're coming to drop into classes there, make sure you sign in with our new receptionist, Kathy. Don't forget, we've still got Aerial Edge hoodies and t-shirts available to buy online. That's the Aerial Edge news from on high. Over and out.
Thanks to everyone who helped out with this week's podcast. If you'd like to join the conversation, then come and join us on aerialedge.tv. If you want to make sure that you don't miss an episode, then please subscribe on iTunes. The other place you can do that is on YouTube. You can subscribe there too, and also you can leave us some comments on what you think for every episode. See you on the next one.